Alrighty, welcome everyone to some more Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. Octopode of Vehemit, the Earth Elementalist today. On Pina Colada, of course, one of my many Smurf accounts. Gonna be doing the vaults today, probably doing a bit of depth, and hopefully finishing the game by next video. My throat's a little fucked right now. I found out today that there's actually a new arcade in the city. And the new arcade has legit Sanwa parts. So if you don't know what Sanwa parts are, they're the Japanese, like the OG or the authentic, I guess, arcade parts for Japanese arcades. And they're used pretty exclusively. Oh, they're like one of the top 3, I think, in terms of like arcade parts. So you know they're very good. And the new arcade actually has full Sanwa parts on the Street Fighter machine, so it was really fun. And I got to play 3 entire games, 1 credit each, 1 credit, 1 win, on the new machine, and it was a joy to play. It was an absolute joy. It's almost like playing at home. It's great. So I was really happy today. So apologies if I sound a little tired. I literally have been playing Street Fighter for like 4 hours, and I've been talking to people about fighting games and stuff for like ages. So it's pretty fun. But yeah, we're here now. We're playing Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, the classic video game, the classic get killed by a fire dragon video game. You know, the one we all know and love. I'm gonna go ahead and back off here using my extra skills to run away. I do have a bit of stealth, which is great. I also have a lot of shields, which is really good. I need the shields because having a bit of because the shield of resistance is incredible. RC, RF, MR+. Giving me basically everything I need to get through vaults. Having said that, I am still a squishy little boy, or Octopode. I guess I don't really have a gender as an Octopode. No, I'm pretty sure Octopodes are gendered. But I'm very squishy, and I don't really have too much in the way of defenses against projectiles. So I'm a little bit scared, like not gonna lie. I don't have access to deflect missiles. I don't have access to repulsion. I do have a +3 reflection amulet, but that doesn't really protect me against enemies that are shooting at me, because it only reflects things that I'm able to block with my shield, so it's not really helpful. Armor shop here, bit of a disappointment, but hey, whatever, it's fine. Bolt of Fire is going to be incredible in vaults. It lets me snipe things at max range, and it lets me do AoE damage, which is really important in vaults because, you know, the density of opponents tends to be quite high. This is DCSS Ghost, the Hoplite, a veteran Vinestalker fighter of Okuara. Speaking of changes, these new things, fun fact, the Abyss has been changed a little bit so that there is a chance that when you're about to be teleported, if you're high enough XL, you'll actually be teleported deeper into the Abyss rather than just on the same level. It's cool because it means that Abyss is a little bit more dangerous now. Which is bad, of course, but for higher XL players, it means that you're basically gonna get to Abyss 3 really quick, which is good. I am worried, of course, that you'll end up in a situation where you get pushed down to Abyss 5, because that's obviously very dangerous, but I think the benefit of being randomly turned into, or randomly shafted, I guess, into vaults is actually kind of good, so I don't know, I'm about 50-50 on that opinion. I'm not really, like, super, I don't feel very strongly either way, I think, because Abyss is kind of, like, not incredibly important anymore, I guess. It's not super relevant to the 3-ring game, as much as it used to be, just because it's much harder to use. It's much harder to deal with. RC minus strength +6. That's not really a great ring at all, so I'm not going to pick it up. Like, MR+ is fine, but I don't think I need it for having RC-. It's not really worth it that much, to be honest. And Strength +6 is literally worthless for this character, so it's not a huge deal. Having said that, I'm going to go ahead and drop a couple of things. Enslavement. I could probably train evocations to get it up, but I think that the character has enough things on his plate that I'm not going to bother. Okay, I got marked. That really sucks for this character. Hopefully things just kind of peter off, but I'm going to start going into uh-oh mode, and what that means is I'm going to use my most efficient spells now to deal damage. So what that means is I instantly switch to my quick save as much mana as possible to do the most amount of work. Meaning I switched to my dagger, I used Poison Arrow, and I used Freezing Cloud, because those are all the super mana efficient ways of dealing with stuff. Being marked is pretty scary, so you gotta be kind of careful. Alright, so I said earlier that I actually would consider picking up Poison Arrow, and I think I actually will. Now, let me explain to you why I'm doing that, and why it's bad to have done this. So Poison Arrow is a spell that is full screen, semi-irresistible, in that it hits even our poison enemies. It also does irresistible damage completely, so non-elemental damage, which makes it kind of nice. And it also does a shitload of poison damage. Now, this spell actually kind of is an overlap of a lot of different spells. It's a slightly worse Iron Shot for irresistible damage. It's a slightly worse Bolt of Fire for full screen pinging stuff. Or it's a slightly different one. And it's worse at doing AoE stuff than Freezing Cloud. However, I like picking it up because it's full screen, and it's a nice way to kite, and it's a nice way to pick things off. It's effectively pulling what Stone Arrow is doing. But I just want to point out here that this is technically, and not even really technically, it's actually quite an overlap. And honestly, I shouldn't be picking it up, but I will because I enjoy using the spell, and I think it's worth my time. Is it actually worth my time? Probably not, but, you know, whatever. I'm going to actually put lightning... I'm going to try putting a spell on R. R used to be my Repel Missiles, key, but I think it's time now that I turn my muscle training off for Repel Missiles, because it's no longer a spell. I think now it's time for R to be an actual spell, you know what I mean? But so Poison Arrow here has some really great uses. I can use it to snipe stuff, similar to basically like a stronger, more accurate version of Iron Shot. But I can also use it to kite enemies that are 10 speed from full screen, which is really impressive. And I don't have to worry about the issues of having, of Freezing Cloud, which is that they can just step out of it. Having said that, you know, it's not the best spell to pick up, honestly, and it's very redundant in this spell list, but I don't know. Like, I'm making this decision with a lot of caveats in mind, so please, if you do see this run, don't think that Stone Arrow is necessary. Poison Arrow is necessary. It's actually quite unnecessary, but it has some utility that the other spells kind of don't. But it's a classic example of wasting your spell slots. If you're wondering why you're running out of amnesia all the time and your character feels shit, it's probably because of small decisions like this that eventually make your character really weak. Especially if I start training for Poison Arrow. I think the only reason why I picked it up really is because Vehement offered it for a limited time. And I already have, like, enough to make this thing fully castable, so it's kind of worth my time. Otherwise, I doubt I would go for this, as I already have Iron Shot. But yeah, I'm being very careful, as you can see, to make this distinction, because it's a good spell, it's really good, but Bolt of Fire does what it does as well. You know, Freezing Cloud does what it does, and so does, what do you call it? Iron Shot. But yeah, like, specifically against enemies like Frost Giants and stuff, it's actually really good, because it just, Fire Giants are immune to fire, or they're really resistant, I forget which one, and it's just really nice to have something to ping them from max screen. Same with the Vault Sentinels, I don't have to worry about one-shotting them, I can just immediately run away if I want to, because the poison will just straight up kill them. Venom Ball is also slightly, and I say slightly because it's not exactly more mana efficient, mostly because of the fact that it can use poison and you can run away from it, which makes it a little bit better for just like damage over time. Like right here, I can just kind of, I didn't have to put the Freezing Cloud down because I know that guy's gonna die. I also have full screen, now I also have full screen synergy with Freezing Cloud, so there's like I said, there's a lot of benefits to this spell list, but it's a big investment. It's a six spell slot investment, so it does cost quite a bit, and I have to be kind of wary about that. Alright, +5 evade. Holy shit, we have a lot of evade right now. I guess that's worth... Like, I kind of want to get rid of intelligence now. Like, do I need intelligence? Probably not, to be honest. Like, 2 intelligence isn't really a huge deal, I think. And 5 extra evade makes us into an actual, like, character. Like, it turns us into a feeler, basically, which is really good. We have now 13 evasion from our rings, which is awesome, obviously. I'm pretty happy about that. And I will just now continue to play as if nothing happened. See, that, yeah, Bolt of Fire there puts out the cloud. It's kind of annoying. Whereas Poison Arrow won't. But, again, it's a very different type set of spell. And I think with all the shit that I've just mentioned, it sort of, but not really, justifies what I've said here, I guess. Like, all those, like, small uses kind of collapse into a big use. Into a big, like, reason for me to use the spell ever. I don't know, maybe I'm just reaching because I like this spell a lot. That's also possible. Okay, I'm running here. I'm pretty sure ugly things are actually fast. Yep. So, they will catch up to me eventually, but I'm just kind of running a little bit. It's not really likely for him to hit me, to be honest. I can't really poison arrow him because he's poison resistant, but hey, that's fine. We'll just try to back off to the nearest staircase if we can. Like, the chance of him actually hitting us is pretty slim. And I can just get, like, a shitload of mana back and then kind of nail him. Let's try to get a thing here. Just fight him. That's fine. Like, we're not super scared of a very ugly thing. They're okay, but they're not, like, super dangerous. Okay, poison arrow. Nail him a couple of times. I want to pull these ogres upstairs and then just try to blast them with stuff so I can get my delicious food. My glorious chunks. See, right there, if I'd poison arrow that guy, I probably would have killed him in one hit. Or enough, at least done enough damage that I could just walk back one tile and then I wouldn't have to worry about it. But, you know, enough gushing about poison arrow. Okay, so Vehement provides us with Lihudud's Crystal Spear, Firestorm, and Chain Lightning. These spells will remain available as long as I wish. So Lihudud's Crystal Spear is kind of annoying as a spell, to be completely honest with you. It's effectively a less accurate version of Iron Shot, which is insane to hear. It costs an absurd amount of mana, but the damage is, like, crazy high. In terms of, like, DPS, it's probably, like, one of the highest damage, single target damage spells, just period. But I don't know if that's actually better. Let me look it up. So, Crystal Spear. So yeah, it's a level 8 Conjuration spell. It's 10d22.3, so theoretically it is 233 damage max. 223 damage max. It has like pretty shit to hit ratios, to be honest, but that's fine. It just does a lot of damage. That's all you need to know. It's really high damage, but it's extremely expensive. It's single target, and it has a lot of chances to miss. So you know, it's pretty good, but I don't know if I exactly need it. Yeah, I think that's the best way to explain it. I will train for it though, because I find that it is an interesting part of the Earth Elementalist like style, and I think this character is strong enough that I can kind of get away with doing some inefficient stuff. There's plenty of fat on this character to trim, like, honestly. The +5 evade stuff is probably one of the big parts. Okay, so that Lich is sitting there. I'm gonna hit him with a couple of bolts of fire. Alright, he died, never mind. I inherently, like, I instinctually put the... Oh shit, this is bad. I'm gonna need to teleport. I instinctively put the Lightning Spire down because I wanted something to kind of draw attention away from me, if need be. Oh, bye Suzanne. Okay. If I just Poison Arrow like 15 times, she'll probably die, to be honest. And that's, again, why I really like Poison Arrow. You can just kind of kite enemies like this, and then they can't really do much. They just kind of die, and you do nothing. Yeah, easy peasy, right? It even hits our poison enemies, which is nice. Like, Rakshasas. Weird, huh? And against any enemy that is not our poise, like a spider, it completely destroys their day. That Tengu Reaver is scary. I hate Tengu Reavers. They do so much damage for some reason. It's weird. I don't like it. Oh, this might be the vault where I get a bunch of hats. This is really good for me. I'm happy about it. Yeah, it actually is. Awesome. Free hats. Yay. Ideally, we get some kind of hat of... some artifact hat, but magic resist is fine. I'm happy with that. Oh, we win the game. Okay, we have won the game instantly and immediately. Okay, so remember when I said there were redundancies in our stuff? I'm gonna get rid of a couple of things. Stone Arrow is one of them, and Conjure Flame is another one. These two are kind of unnecessary. And Orb of Destruction is definitely a overpowered spell, and it basically is amazing. Orb of Destruction, if you don't know what it is basically a bowling ball. Orb spiders use it, but you get to use it as well, and it's fucking disgustingly good. Its range is 1.5 is half a tile outside of your line of sight, which is incredible. And I'll show you what I mean by that. But for now, let's not spoil the surprise. Let's see what we're talking about first. All right, there's +2 head of intelligence. That's pretty impressive. I'm actually I'm a little, like, not gonna lie, I'm a little hyped for 2 intelligence. It's kind of good, but I don't know if I actually need +2 intelligence. I think magic resist might be more important, potentially. Possibly. I don't actually know. Like, I think I want magic resist just because it's, like, a little bit more defensive. Intelligence is good and all, but you know, it's whatever. I guess I'll drop it. I really don't want to, but I'll do it. But yeah, so Orb of Destruction is an incredible, irresistible, undodgeable, as in, like, it can't be blocked or, like, it can't be dodged. It can be dodged physically, but, like, once the tile interacts with the opponent, it hits all the time. It's like Fireball, basically, if that makes any sense. But it's a massive damage. It ramps up over time in terms of damage. It's full screen, even on non-Vehement guys. And if you walk a tile back, sometimes your Orb of Destruction will be able to just kind of pop from out of range. That wasn't a great example, but yeah, it kind of shows off a little bit. Now, I actually forgot Stone Arrow. Why? Because at this stage in the game, A, I don't really need it, and B, I found Spellforge Servitor. If you don't know what that is, that spell is incredibly powerful. It is so damn good. Here it is. So, Spellforge Servitor. This thing summons a Servitor, which casts all the powerful spells that you have. Meaning this Servitor will cast Orbs of Destruction, Poison Arrows, Iron Shots, Bolts of Fire, and Freezing Cloud. It effectively is 8 mana, cast 7 of your own spells. 7+ of your own spells. And if you only know really overpowered spells, it is fucking godlike. Like, having a guy just cast Iron Shot constantly is effectively the most disgusting thing you could see. It turns your Iron Shot into a completely mana efficient machine. You don't even have to use Iron Shot to use it. It's really good. So, I suggest it, that if you do have it, you try to pick it up, because it's a really good spell. Orb of Destruction, Spellforge are among my favorites. I wouldn't say Spellforge is in my top 3, but yeah, it's pretty close. Okay, this Metal Gargoyle lad is trying to mess with me. I'm not really a fan of that. I don't want to teleport, but I also don't want to do anything with this guy. Okay, yeah, I'm teleporting. Yep, Jesus Christ. Okay, let's heal wounds as well, and blink. Okay, that's what you get for trying to underestimate a War Gargoyle, apparently. Jesus Christ. That was terrifying. Also, we are a little bit PTSD'd from last game, so that's why I have the MR on. Wink. If you haven't watched it, please do. The finale is something else. It's a real piece of work, you know what I mean? It's a real artistic, authentic, you know, interpretation of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. It's a real game. It's a real video game. Alright. See, as you can see, the second I get into melee with stuff, I'm in danger. I'm in a lot of danger. So I'm trying to react accordingly. It's not going that great, but hey, you know, what can you do? See, Poison Arrow here, amazing at dealing with that Fire Giant. Bolt of Fire would not have dealt with the Fire Giant, but Poison Arrow, perfect. Just a great spell. Alright, cool. Potion of Magic, that's really good for this character. It's effectively a potion of restore your entire fighting capacity. Really, really good. Very rare, obviously. Potions of Magic. Honestly, to be honest, like, to be real with you, I wish it weren't, but I also am aware that it's kind of a good thing that magic potions aren't super common, because they're a little busted, to be honest. For a mage, they're, like, fully busted. Because effectively, it just removes the mana limit for a bit, and it lets you temporarily just be a badass. Which they won't let you do in this game, which is fair. Alright, I need to blink and run away. A Cursed Skull is a little scary. It's doing a lot of torment to me. And I have an easy way to deal with it, which is namely just Orb of Destruction. A bunch of it, too. I kind of like Poison Arrow on ZC. And I think what I'll do is I'll put Iron Shot on ZA. That way I know. Okay. The Cursed Skull's here, so here you can see me just go boom, Oh, actually, it's getting eaten up alive by random shit. But yeah, I can just kite backwards with Orb of Destruction. It kind of charges an attack, and then you walk back, and you get extra space while they're getting nailed by an Orb of Destruction. It's very powerful, to say the least. It's just really good. Actually, you know what? I like Iron Shot on C and Poison Arrow on A. I think that's how I do it. Yep. That seems a little bit better. I like to have ZA to be the thing that I like spamming, and Poison Arrow is nice to spam. It's the same cost as Iron Shot, but it's just ever so slightly more efficient and ever so slightly more, you know, good against enemies that are poised. Or poison immune, sorry. So, you know, it's decent. Having said that, it is bad against undead. Very bad against undead. Oh, someone's messaging me on Discord. That sucks. I might have to go early today, just because I am a little preoccupied. There's actually a Fight Stick sale going on, and I'm trying to figure out with a friend how to get custom artwork. If any of you guys know any good Philia artwork, let me know, because I'll take a look. I really do need... I want to get like a Philia artwork with a meme frame that I really like with the game. It should be fun. It should be a lot of fun. Oh, Zaph was here. So, yeah, Orb Destruction, perfect for this guy. Just kind of cast it and move, cast it and move, cast and move, and it effectively just murders anything from full screen. A really incredible spell. Okay, blasting away at the blue guy, that's fine. So you can see that I get space and I also deal damage. Orb of Destruction, beautiful spell. It's just so good, I don't know. It just makes my day. And it's been so long since I've been able to use it too. I don't know why, but I haven't played a full mage in ages. It's been about 10 years. That's probably not true, but hey, you know, I could pretend it's true. I don't remember if the Baisu Zen run actually got anything good. Okay, we need one more spell level for Spellforge Servitor. Excellent. Things are going as planned. Shields is getting up as well, which means that we're almost able to turn it off, which is really good. Once we get the Spellforge Servitor and the shields all up, we are... Wow, that's a lot of damage, dude. I'm gonna blink here, just out of fear. Like, there's no reason to, really, but, you know, why not? If you can and it's cheap, you might as well do it. Guarantee the life there. I know the max damage for the Stone Giant is, like, not actually... I'm pretty sure it's not 52, but... I don't want to risk it, first of all, and secondly, if I'm wrong, I'm just fucked. But most importantly, I'm worried about back spawning as well. I'm not just worried about the imminent danger, I'm worried about everything else. So I decided to back off a little earlier than what you would expect, I guess. Instead of firing back. It's a dangerous spot. I didn't want to deal with it. I'd rather hang on at full screen and just kind of nail stuff. Like right now, I can pretty much kill anything in the game from full screen if I need to, which is really good. Alright, this Ring of Intelligence, it piques my interest. Plus 5 int, that's going on the ring set. I get 2 more int from this ring. I think we've basically lived the dream with this character. We've got a shitload of stuff from a lot of defensive stats from our rings, and also a shitload of mage boosting equipment, which is absurdly good. Oh, treasure trove. Let's see what we got. A +8 Demon Blade. That's actually very doable. This character doesn't give a single shit about Demon Blades. And there's 1 enchant weapon scroll. Oh yeah, because we used it all on the stupid, on the stupid dagger. Okay, that's fine. I mean, like, fair enough. Like, I couldn't have known that the Trove needed a Demon Blade. That's dumb, and I don't think it's a good decision. Because I do want the +9 dagger anyway. Like, it's just good to use, so it's not like I made a bad investment. It's just unfortunate that it turns out that way, but it's fine. I'm okay with that. Man, I love this. Vehement, the only ability you can have is renouncing him. It's pretty decent. The passive god. I mean, people say Vehement might... Like, people can definitely say that Vehement is boring. I kind of agree. But I find that he makes the game a lot more fun as a mage. Just being a full blaster caster is really enjoyable with him. Okay. I wanted to move 1 tile there just to make a little bit of space, and then run away. Gonna put a Lightning Spire here just to kind of distract, hopefully. Doesn't work. It's fine. Just back off. I mean, I could probably fight this guy with a dagger, it's fine. I just didn't want the other guy, the green Ironheart Preserver to mess with me. By, like, I don't know, miting the troll or something, making it worse in my life. Theoretically, I should cast regen at the beginning of every fight, but I don't know. I kind of like having the extra 4 mana. It's a little bit worth more to me. I don't know, though. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just weird. A weird guy. You never know. It could be true. Maybe Demise is a tactical degenerate. Like, it could be a real thing. I bit my tongue in the middle of that. Oh yeah, also happy July 4th, everyone. For those of you American guys. But I think it's over now for you, so never mind. I retract my statement immediately. And I apologize for what I've done. But yeah, I heard a little bit of it from Blue's perspective, Blue Scion. Sounds like shotgun blasts. Don't know how the hell you guys do anything. The place sounds like you're in the middle of a firefight. There's just like bang, bang, bang constantly. And they don't sound like Australian firecrackers for some reason. They just, those things are beefy. When these things go off, everyone hears it. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. I mean, maybe it was just the low res or like the poor audio quality, but damn, I heard it resound in my soul when that shit happened. I got nailed by it. That was bad. Alright, I'm gonna... You know what? Alright, so what I'll do is I'll finish Depths 1, and then I'll finish the video. Because, like I said, I got a lot of stuff that I need to be doing, but I haven't really done yet. Because I've been out all day. So I kinda need to get stuff done. I'm sorry for those of you guys that enjoy watching the longer videos, but I'm trying to put out some videos when I can. I know every holiday I'm like, oh yeah, I can put out way more videos today. And I never do. It's the same reason why, like, I don't do anything when I have a lot of time in the exams and stuff. It's just, why? Like, I seebs. You know what I mean? I just seebs. Alright, let's get rid of +2 protection just to kill this guy real quick. I don't really care. Put the ring on. +4 dex. Nah. It's 2 evade. That's not even worth my time. Don't call me for anything less than 4. Yeah, 4 evade. I don't get out of bed for less than 4 evade. Alright, let's just stand here and proceed to just dab on these guys, I guess. Is the best way to say it. Freezing Cloud just turns this whole area into a kill hole. That's an absolute kill hole. And I get a free potion of curing out of it. Yay! Okay, cool. Also, today, Demise is going to teach you about the forms of yeet, because people don't understand how yeet works. So, to yeet something is to violently throw it, preferably out of a window or something, right? But did you know that there are actually different forms of yeet based on what you're trying to say? So, I like to think of yeet as break, because you can yeet, you can have yote something, and something can be yoten. Oh, it's so funny. I fucking love that meme. There's like a flowchart or like a handy tip of how to use yeet in everyday sentences. And it's like, this thing was yoten. It's such a funny fucking way to say it. But yeah, it's like break, broke, and broken. Yeet, yote, and yoten. So now you know. Now you know how to use it in a sentence. So I hope that you guys are able to weave it into everyday life, and then look quizzically at people when they don't understand what the fuck you're saying, especially if you say Jotun. Anyone who says Jotun, and when it's not followed by Heim, in this day and age, like, what are you doing, man? Like, what are you doing? Alright, there's a lot of bad shit over there. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little worried. Having a gold dragon be right next to me, I don't know if I can handle that stress. I don't know if that's, like, a thing for me, but hey, you know, we'll have to just handle it. Okay, I'm in deep. Oh shit, that was bad. That was real bad. I'm not gonna lie. Also, Blink is absurdly obnoxious when it comes to Orb of Destruction, so that's really good. Keep that in mind. I'm just gonna try to kill all these guys first, and then probably pull Mara upstairs if I can. Or just Iron Shot her to death in 2 hits. That's also completely viable. Damn, Iron Shot is pretty damn good, if you ask me. Alright, Orb of Destruction, Iron Shot, boom. Everything's dead. That combo, by the way, Orb of Destruction, Iron Shot, is capable of killing anything in the game, because it's irresistible damage. It's all good. Whether or not it's effective depends on a couple of things, like like range and how dodgy the guy is and how much terrain is in the way that might absorb your Orb of Destruction. Because Orbs of Destruction can actually get absorbed by walls. Like, they can just bounce into walls, and it sucks a little bit. But hey, whatever. You can't have everything in a spell. Come on, that's a little broken. You know what I mean? You can't have a spell that's irresistible, full screen range, and completely 100% reliable. Even though technically Orb of Destruction is completely, almost 100% reliable. Because you can just recast it. It doesn't have a limit on it. Okay, I'm picking up Spellforged for sure. This spell is the god spell for most characters, and this thing is absurd. So let me show you what it does. I'm gonna get my guy here. He's gonna cast just every spell known that I know. So if you look here, oh, Crystal Plate Armor. This guy knows Iron Shot, Orb Destruction, Bolt of Fire, Poison Arrow, Freezing Cloud. That makes him better than every Lich in the game. So I effectively can summon a Lich for 7 mana. Effectively, that's what I'm doing right now. With limitless spell casting potential and just absurd amounts of damage. So I'm pretty happy with that trade. For 7 mana, I can do that. It's pretty quickly going to be one of the best spells that I have, just because it makes all my other spells absurdly good. Just knowing the spells makes it strong. Like, that's crazy. Look, watch this guy fight this guy. Oh shit, there's a Spark Wasp next to me, and he's gonna mess my day up. Okay, there we go. So now he's just gonna go ahead and fight. I'm gonna let him deal with the Lich, because I can't really deal with him right now. And as you can see, he's actually holding his own. I'm gonna Iron Shot downwards, just to kill that Lich, because he's invisible. And then Poison Arrow the Troll before I go into the corridor, so I don't get LRD'd to death. Juggernaut and Blinks. Be careful, of course. The Juggernaut technically... Sorry, the Servitor technically can cast Orb of Destruction and hit you, but to be honest, like, that's a complaint that I see a lot of new players make. Or, like, inexperienced mage players. I've never been hit by my own Orb of Destruction, unless I did it on purpose. And even then, it was, like, very, very absurd situations. Like I was completely out of mana, and then for some reason I blinked in front of my own orb. Like, that's the only time. And then, to be honest, that would have happened even on my own orb, so I don't think that's, like, super relevant. But yeah, casting Spellforged is just disgusting. Okay, I am a little worried right now, but yeah, that guy just Iron Shot and then Orb of Destruction, a Lich. So, this spell 1v1 to Lich, and it's at full health still. So, if that doesn't convince you, then nothing will. Because that was just ridiculous, what he just did. Like, Spellforged is capable of just playing the game for you. You don't even have to play now. Like, I can just play as the Spellforged Servitor. Every so often, just recast it and be like, hey, it's me, Spellforged Servitor. There's an invisible guy that I didn't notice, and he's right there. I'm gonna cast Iron Shot, and I somehow hit him in the dark. That's really lucky, considering how inaccurate Iron Shot can be. Orange Brain dies to Poison Arrow, pretty decent. Gonna cast Spellforged again. Like, yes, I agree, definitely. Lightning Spire is a great spell. Can it cast Orbs of Destruction? No. So, you know. Bang for your buck, yes. Very good spell. I love it. Amazing. Everyone loves it, right? But, reality, come on. Come on. You gotta understand there's, like, spells like Spellforged Servitor out there. This is what happens when you got way too much money. Way too much time to blow. Too many resources. You know what I mean? Nothing matters anymore. Okay, I'm a little scared right now. That's fine. Cast Freezing Cloud. This guy's actually pretty resistant to fire and cold, so it's really good as well. You can kind of just keep him in the cold, keep him in the heat. It's durable. It's pretty good. It's basically you, but, like, really good, because he doesn't have to worry about anything, like mana costs. Like, watch him shit down the throat of all these dragons and stuff. Yay. I'm gonna blink here, and then Orb of Destruction, just to do a nice one-hit kill or two-hit combo. It's all good. Eat another ration, I guess. Why not? This fight might go a little long, so I'll just quickly Freezing Cloud plus Servitor. I'm actually out of mana now, so I have to go back, but that's fine. It's not a huge deal. I'm gonna blink Run away. Ow. Take a bit of damage, that's fine. It's understandable. I think eventually I will learn, I will end up learning, Crystal Spear most likely. Just as a bit of a meme, but also because I like the spell and I don't really get to use it that often. It's not often that you really want to, but having Crystal Spear on your Spellforged is pretty good, because we all know how good Ancient Liches are at using Spellforged, at using Crystal Spear. We've all had that experience where suddenly 3/4 of your health is just gone for some reason. Imagine doing that, but every Lich that you summon has that ability. See, now you're salivating, I can hear it. Damn. What a character. Is this even possible? No. It's not something that, you know, a light side mage would say. It's definitely a dark side thing. Just because of the limitless power thing. Like, it's just how it is, you know what I mean? Having said that, we are running out of mana a lot. Mostly because our character is kind of getting besieged by a bunch of shit without any real breaks. Like, I'm just kind of, like, forced to fight every 10 seconds. Like, I haven't had a good break in this floor, period. This is kind of bad. Actually, let's Vial of Floods here. Push back 1 tile. That's good enough. Can this guy also see invis? No, it can't. Okay, fair enough. Get an Iron Shot just to finish him off. Poison Arrow from full screen. And you can just kind of like see the carnage that I've had to put on this fucking floor. And that just kind of is a testament to how crammed depth floors are to make up for those D27s that we used to have. Like, damn, there's a lot of fucking enemies in this place. It might also be a vault. Yeah, to be honest, it might be a vault. Looking down at the bottom, there's a lot of shit there, and it kind of looks like a vault. So, you know, I assume that it's a vault. Okay, I'm gonna back off again, just out of respect. Out of respect for the game, if you're wondering what I mean by that. Just like, I'm aware that the game can kill me. I will make steps to make sure I don't die because of hubris. It's just unnecessary. Okay, kill that guy. Poison Arrow. Maybe eat his corpse a little bit, just nom on it. You know, a nice little gnash. Okay, well there's a bunch of stuff here. Let's figure out what these rings are and stuff. Torment and Ice. Well, those are 2 things that are never going in my inventory. Nice. I probably don't need throwing nets at this point. They're kind of a pointless thing. Scattershot can also really go. Everything here is too dodgy to be meaningfully affected by Scattershot, I think. Okay, this is another long fight probably, because trolls come in packs. Just let my Spellforge do kind of all the work. And you can see that it cost like Orb of Destruction and a couple of Poison Arrows, so, you know, it paid itself off pretty quick. Like, even here, like, just looking at these guys, I only really have to cast spells if I feel like it's convenient for me. I don't have to really cast spells. I don't have to do all the dirty work, because the Spellforge does it all for me. Like, the Spellforge is legit 1v1ing Liches, like, regularly. That's impressive. Okay, Poison Arrow that guy. That was a bit foolish, actually. I should have just kept going. Immediately just conjured him to death. Okay, there was a big-ass vault here. I don't know if I already cleared it, just because everything walked out. Probably did. Yeah. Absolutely did. Awesome. That's freebie. That's a freebie right there. Okay, I'm ending the video, after I kill this stupid boggart. Hello? Okay, never mind, I'm not doing that. That's actually wrong. So, see you guys next time. Appreciate it. Bye, everyone.